Day 4 Crab, Chapter 4 Greenfoot. We're going to finish this time around. Okay, so now we're actually going to alternate the image. So we've done a lot of things with variables, we've done a lot of setup, and hopefully learned a lot of things, and the result is nothing so far, but eventually, after today, you're going to get it to where the image alternates, and it makes it look more like the crab is walking. Okay, so alright, so let's talk about that. To do the animation, we need to alternate between the two images that are now available. We made those available with instance variables and with an image object placed inside those image instance variables. Here's the pseudocode. So here's what we want to do. Something like this. Hey, if our current image is image 1, then let's switch to image 2. Otherwise, switch to image 1. Okay, so we need to figure out, we need to know what image we currently have, and then we can figure out which image to switch it to. By the way, write this down. Pseudocode is a technique expressing a task in a structure that is partly like real Java code and partly plain English. So this is not real Java code, this is pseudocode, but this gives us an idea of basically what we try to accomplish. Okay, so if it's image 1, we switch it to image 2, otherwise we switch it to image 1. Okay, so here's the actual code. Notice we're using the getImage method. So we're going to say, hey, what is the image currently being used? If it is equal to image 1, then we're going to switch it to image 2. Otherwise, it must already be image 2, so we're going to set it back to image 1. The method getImage can be used to receive the actor's current image. The operator equal can be used to compare one value with another. What is that called? Okay. Answer that. What is that called? What does it equals do, and what does the equals do? The if statement has an extended form. So we've used the if before, now we're going to use an if else. Alright, so this is the extended form with using the else keyword. So if this is true, do this. If this is false, then we're going to do this one. Okay, so here's our if else statement again, the if-else statements. Okay, the if-else statement executes a segment of code when a given statement is true and a different segment of code when it's false. One of the statement blocks is always executed, never both. So either this one's going to happen or this one's going to happen, but not both. And same thing, let's go back to our slide before. Either this is going to happen or this is going to happen, but not both, okay? Okay, what image will be set when the following code is executed? So let's see if you can understand the if-else statement. Okay. By the way, score plus equals, basically, so we have a variable called score. Okay, it can only hold integers. We're going to stick a 10 into that box, and then this code right here, plus equal, basically adds to it. So you take whatever's in the box, and then you add 2 to it. Okay, and then see if you can figure this out. Alright, add the image switching code as shown in code 4.4 to the act method of your crab. Click the act button a few times to see what it does. Exercise 4.14, use threaded code technique for your code that you wrote above. So everything from now on has to be threaded. Call the switch image method interactively from the crab's pop-up menu. Does it work? Here's what you should have so far. You should have threaded code everywhere for the world constructor and the class constructor. The worm should be placed randomly with the random number generator. Images switch so that the crab appears to walk. Okay, once you have that, let's keep going. We're going to count worms. The crab should count the worms, and when you get to 8, you win the game, and the winning song is played. You're going to have to make your own winning song, by the way. So don't use the existing song. You're going to have to record your own song. If you'd like to have me come and I'll play my mouth trumpet for you. Something like that. If you want that, I can come and do that for you. But you have to make your own sound. An instance variable to store the current count of the worms eaten. And an assignment that initializes the variable 0 at the start of the game. Okay, so here's the things we're going to have to do. You need some code to increment our counter each time we eat a worm. Increment means to add something, in our case 1. So you start off, how many worms did you eat at the very beginning? 0. And if you eat one worm, you add 1. If you eat another worm, that goes 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 3. That's called incrementing. We need some code that checks whether we have eaten 8 worms and then stop the game and play the sound if we have. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, exercise 4.6. Add the code discussed above into your own scenario. So that means you're going to do this. Okay, give it a shot, see if you can do it. I'll help you do it. Okay, you're on your own. Alright, so when you get that done, we'll go on to the next thing, exercise 4.17. As a further test, open an object inspector for your crab object by selecting inspect from the crab's pop-up menu before you start playing the game. Leave the inspector open and keep an eye on the worms eaten variable while you play. What did you observe? Alright, so if you ran it successfully, you know that our crab image changes too fast and the crab looks hyperactive. Make a crab image change every second or third act cycle. Add a counter that gets incremented in the act method. Every time it reaches 2 or 3, the image changes and then the counter is reset to 0. A counter is a variable that is incremented and counts something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a lot of times it'll go back to 0. Okay, do this and answer that question. Alright, here's what we've done so far. Constructors are special methods that can be used to initialize objects. Constructors are always executed when a new object is created. Java objects can be created programmatically by using the new keyword. Greenfoot actors maintain their visible image by holding an object of type Greenfoot image. These are stored in an instance variable inherited from the class actor. Instance variables, also called fields, can be used to store information, objects, or values for later use. An assignment statement assigns an object or a value to a variable. When an object is assigned to a variable, the variable contains a reference to the object, not the object itself. When a value, such as a number or a true or false, is assigned to a variable, it actually sticks the value inside the variable, which is actually a space inside the RAM, or the random access memory of your computer. We can test whether two things are equal by using the double equal symbol, which is known as the comparison operator. The if-else statement executes a segment of code when a given condition is true, and the next one, and a different segment of code when it is false. What image will be set when the following code is executed? Here's your quiz. Why do we use pseudocode? Okay, answer those are your quiz questions, and you are now done. Congratulations.